It was at this moment he knew. He f***ed up.
What major event combines the WWE, NFL, NBA, WNBA, MLB, UFC, NHL, NCAA, NASCAR, NWSL, PWSL, boxing, soccer, card, and collector vending, and more? That would be the world-famous Fanatics Fest. Held at the Javits Center in Manhattan, I was given exclusive access to the world of sports and sports entertainment. Mainly focused on WWE, I met with some absolutely over-the-top, head-over-heels, die-hard wrestling fans who came together to show their love for the industry. And also ran into a few familiar faces along the way. Let's get into it. So I went on Saturday, or day 2 of the 3-day event. The first thing I noticed when I walked in was just the scope of the event. The Javits Center lends itself really well to just how much space is needed for this event. The event was held on 2 floors, with the first floor being for photo ops and autograph signings if you paid for those, which if you did, kudos to you, because I think a photo with Undertaker cost like $229, and it's still sold out.
We are here. They got the line back there for John Cena. You got Undertaker back there. Thought I'd get a picture of him, but they expertly put him behind a black curtain, so that's on me. I probably should have known that ahead of time. But let's enjoy some Fanatics Fest while we're at it.
I give the staff member in charge of coordinating the photo ops times all the props in the world, because when you buy a photo op, you're given a group number and a time to appear. When your group is called, you're told to stand in one of 30 lines to wait for your photo op, and I swear at times it looked like herding chickens. There were some vendors and radio hosts down there doing live shows, as well as the Museum of Greatness, which is a room filled with signed jerseys, fan props, and yes, Logan Paul's $5.3 million Pikachu Illustrator Pokemon card. The theater where special events were being held was also down there, which we'll cover later in this video. Next up is the top floor, or not the top floor, the 3rd floor. There is a 4th floor, but they weren't using it, and also the 2nd floor was for food and exits, but anyway, it's top floor for Fanatics Fest. The top floor, or level 3, had everything else, and I mean everything. This is where they set up mini soccer fields, basketball courts, mini hockey rinks for slapshot practice, UFC rings, and yes, your very own wrestling entrance ramp, where fans like me can live out their wrestling dream by walking down to the ring with all the swag and skip and, of course, yeet that they could muster. I swear, probably over 100 kids picked Jey Uso's entrance to come down to. Now, there were a couple fun additions to this entrance experience. Not only did you get to be acknowledged by a roaring crowd, instead of being acknowledged by no one in your backyard when you were 10 except your mother who was trying to nap. Okay, Mom, I'll turn it down! But you got a chance to compete for Best Entrance at Fanatics Fest. Who were the judges? None other than Megan Morant, Sam Roberts, and Kathy Kelly. All 3 were absolutely wonderful. I spent a few minutes talking with Kathy about who the next big push should be, and unsurprisingly, she was unbiased. Now, some people took this entrance really seriously, like the few who chose to do Bray Wyatt tributes, which, I'm not gonna lie, hit me in the feels a little bit.
Let's go.
But others just wanted to have a grand old time, and isn't that what we all want? I will say that us wrestling fans can be savages at times, because one kid chose Hulk Hogan's entrance theme, and the crowd literally booed him. That's right, a bunch of strangers booed a child. The second awesome addition was that every now and then, someone's entrance music would hit, and either a big name like Tyreek Hill or Tiffany Haddish would appear, or the superstar themselves. This happened with Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, Tiffany Stratton, John Cena, Nikki Bella, Jey Uso, CM Punk, and even the man himself, Triple H.
I gotta tell you, would anybody like to see how it's really done?
And we're not going to talk about how Triple H stick shifted me. We're just going to let that be. And while Kathy's lips were justifiably sealed, I took the next big push question to all of you, and it turns out yours were not.
Who deserves the next big push?
Who deserves the next big push?
Yeah.
Or even though he's already getting one, you also Jacob.
I'm gonna say Sami Zayn.
LA Knight.
Hopefully Jey Uso gets it back again, but yeah, it would be good to see him back with his brother and them two get the tag team titles.
I low-key like the bad version Naomi, so I want to see more of her.
She's still got to pull the trigger on LA Knight. I love Jacob.
Killer Cross, baby. Carrying Cross all the way.
Do not say Goldberg. None of y'all say Goldberg.
Should be LA Knight. It'll probably be Braun Breaker. Not that I have an issue with that, because Breaker's a spectacular athlete.
Yeah.
I just think that LA Knight, for the amount of times the endorsement slammed in his face, he has consistently gotten himself over and sold merch.
Yeah.
So I think you got to do something with him.
I had some time to kill before my next big event, so I decided to tour around some of the display cases. Look at some of these belts! They must have had about 100 on display. Some old school, some new school, some custom for the event. Also, every major NFL and NCAA team had a belt. I mean, they're all okay, but I think one really stands out. After that, there was only one thing left to do. Well, that too, but give me a minute. The merch here was crazy. Card tables, card tables, card tables, card tables everywhere. I'm talking cards over $1,000. Look at this blue Charizard. And there was another for $6,000. What? Now, my taste lied in the more wearable merch, which meant I just had to get a Fanatics Fest NYC 2025 I Was There shirt, because I am a nostalgia freak and also very impulsive. But look at all of this. They even had WWE Funko Pops. Also, what version of Roman Reigns is this supposed to be? Regardless, I managed to kill enough time to make it to my next big event, the live show in the theater down below. Here, we saw Michael Cole and Peter Rosenberg host the SummerSlam kickoff event, because it's at the MetLife Stadium just across the river in August. Guests included Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, CM Punk, Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley, Triple H, Jey Uso, Tiffany Stratton, Nikki Bella, and John Cena. There even was a hilarious moment in which Michael Cole got Triple H to break because of a little pump-up dance he did during the group water spitting spot. The show was great, and I'm even more pumped for SummerSlam this year than I already was. Also, CM Punk is one of my absolute favorites, but man, does that suit scream Mr. TKO. Next up was the video I've probably shown twice now out of frustration towards the man, but it was time for the Logan Paul chair shot strength challenge. I found it really funny because this was the moment in which I was standing in line where they had me sign a waiver saying that I accepted all rights for any recorded footage to show up in WWE Raw on Netflix, which I'm really hoping it does because, hello, screen time. Here, you can test your feat of strength by swinging an actual steel chair at a dummy replica of Logan Paul. I'll say this about WWE. They definitely knew to capitalize on this man's heat. It's actually a lot harder than you think. You have to worry about your distance, your footwork, what part of the chair you make impact with, which part of the body you make impact with, and of course, your power. Apparently, 80 is considered a knockout. Oh well, there's always next year. Next up was the live taping of the No Contest Wrestling podcast with O'Shea Jackson Jr. and TJ Jefferson, where their guest was the man, the myth, the evader of Father Time himself, Rey Mysterio. They talked about Dom, for better or worse, the pressures of carrying on a legacy between Rey and his uncle, just like O'Shea Jackson Jr. and his dad, Ice Cube, and the industry today.
Shit was gonna be easy for me. Like, I'm good, you know, that's my uncle. He's training everyone, so he's gonna take it easy on me. He made an example of me every time he could. Maybe at the time I wasn't working hard enough to get him a Mercedes, but I did get him a BMW.
You did your best,
and it was brand new. It was brand new.
For the full videos of these answers, go and check out my Patreon. And last, but certainly not least, the event I had been waiting the whole day for. A chance to meet and greet my childhood hero, Rey himself. Where I told him he is the reason why I was 619ing from my parents' copper pipes at 10 years old. And man, did that man laugh. He has just as much heart in real life as he does in the ring. Thank you, Rey. So with the sun setting on Fanatics Fest 2025 and NYC, and all of the boxes checked off my extensive list and then some, I thought I'd take a stroll through Chelsea while I was around. Now, you guys on Patreon have been really helping me out find new things, but if you didn't already know this about me, I love to recommend things to people. I just love it, just like I love being recommended things back. It's the whole reason why I have a YouTube channel. If you needed to know one thing about my palate, it's that I love pasta. And there was one place that had been catching my eye every time I'm in Chelsea Market, and that's Very Fresh Noodles, which tells you everything you need to know about the food. They have very fresh noodles. I got their tingly and spicy cumin beef and noodles, and oh my god, I thought I was going to die from the very fresh noodly goodness. And then, just as a treat, I popped on over to Van Leeuwen Ice Cream at Hudson Yards like I always do because, again, I'm impulsive, and it was also 90 degrees, so get off my back. But my god, did that milkshake hit the spot. If you're ever in the city, it's now a rule. You cannot leave without stopping by. I mean, they make their own waffle cones. What more do you need? Wrestling brings out the imagination and creativity in all of us. It allows us to connect, to scream, to cheer, to feel larger than life and celebrate with strangers who feel like family. And like I've expressed on this channel time and time again, there is no age limit to creativity.
All of it. Everybody is a fan of something, and it's time for us all to be able to come together and celebrate being fans. And as a bunch of wise people once said, if you're not down with that, I got 2 words for ya.
And so Fanatics Fest NYC 2025 comes to a close, and I'm already looking ahead to Fanatics Fest NYC 2026. I wonder where wrestling will be. Well, I know where I'll be. I'll be right there. From one fan to another, stay creative, and I'll see you again.